Good morning, this is Connie.
Hey Connie, it's Adam Farkas and Paul Farkas. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
We are doing well, doing well. You're on the West Coast,
Good.
you're on the West Coast like us, right?
Nope, I am in Minnesota.
Oh, you are.
And if I talked for 3 more minutes, you would guess it, I think. I've been told anyway. How's your show going?
It's been going well, thank you. No, it's been great. You know, this is the first time for us that we've really focused on specialty lenses, and for us, this is a really interesting experience.
It's a learning experience.
Yep, we've learned a ton over the past day.
Connie, can you tell us what you do? You marked on the name that you're an irregular cornea product specialist.
Ooh.
Can you tell us
Yes.
what you do?
Yes. So there are 4 of us with SynergEyes that actually take on a quarter of the country, where we actually are kind of field consultants, where we actually go in and meet with practitioners. They can schedule a fitting day. We're very well versed on all of our products. We're very adept at fitting them. We've kind of learned the ins and the outs. And so, we just go out in the field. We fit the heck out of our products. We get to know them very, very well. And then we just kind of share that with fitters out there to kind of, shorten the learning curve when they work with our products.
Right. I've been wanting to talk to you guys for a while because it's been, I want to say, at least a year since I've caught up with anybody at SynergEyes. Maybe you could sort of tell us what's been going on in the past year or so.
Absolutely. There are so many wonderful things going on that I probably can't even say it all in the allotted amount of time. But a really big thing that we've done recently is we've brought on board a scleral lens, a proven scleral lens, and a family of custom gas permeable lenses. And so what we've done by broadening that portfolio is we're able to kind of keep our loyal customers in the fold in the event that maybe a hybrid lens isn't appropriate for a certain patient. And so we get those calls and, we just really feel like this patient is better suited to a scleral. We understand the importance of having all sorts of modalities. So by broadening that portfolio, it's easier than ever to work with us for any patient that you've got. And what's really cool is we set up a product matrix. People are confused. What is best for this patient? What is best for this patient? And so we've actually set up a product matrix where we actually look at your patient's topography, look at their condition, and they can be regular corneas, your astigmatic patients, that would be a single vision duet, or for your astigmatic presbyopes, the duet progressive. But we kind of look at each individual patient and we suggest the top lens to start with. If the patient doesn't want to do a hybrid or a scleral or whatever, we've got other options. But that's really key, is having that whole portfolio of products.
And you mentioned that you're doing the sclerals now. What kind of support can you give folks? Because the one thing that I've learned over the past day and a half is that the labs really do provide a lot of guidance for the scleral fitters so that they can be successful. What are you guys doing?
We have just a wonderful, if you go to our booth, you're going to see training video done by Dr. Louise Sclafani. She joined SynergEyes not too long ago, and it is one of our best training videos. And then what we do is, as I said, there are 4 of us, and you can actually call our online consultants as well. But our job is to onboard practitioners who are interested in fitting our new scleral lens. So, we lend a lot of support. We walk them through from fit to finish. It's really nice to have that relationship with that one person who kind of already knows the case and the patient. And so, we really pride ourselves on our ability to really help people. What I will tell you about our scleral lens, and, I was a fitter for years. There are a lot of fitters out there that fear scleral fitting.
Yep.
This lens is so awesome. It's intuitive. It's easy to fit. It's an awesome design.
Very cool. And I can't let you escape without talking about HydraPeg.
Well, of course.
This has been the topic of conversation, I guess, over the past day, and what a difference
Yes.
it's making on all the products. So I guess your company was one of you. You know, you've been on board with HydroPeg for a while now, right? I know the product's only
Yes.
been available for like a year. So tell me about your experience with it.
You know what? HydroPeg, we got FDA clearance for HydroPeg in August of 2016. We were one of the first ones to seek approval for that. And everybody's familiar now with what the coating is. What it does on our lenses, it's available on our second-gen lenses. So that would be our Ultra Health and FC. Those are our lenses for irregular corneas, and our Duet and Duet Progressive. And those are our lenses for your regular cornea patients. Be thinking of astigmat. Mm-hmm. And this is, you know, a coating that is covalently bonded to our lenses in that it doesn't wear off. You know, our lenses are recommended to be replaced every 6 months. And what it does is it just makes that surface very lubricious and wettable and very comfortable. And I go into schools a lot. We'll do workshops. And I was at ICO. We kind of, as a rule, order one lens for the student patient, and then they fit another, you know, based on just the calculations of how to fit a Duet lens. Mm-hmm. And this last summer was the first time that we brought in lenses with tangible HydroPeg. The diagnostic lenses that they have at the school are not tangible HydroPeg coated. Mm. Every single student who did that Pepsi challenge remarked at the comfort of the lens with the tangible HydroPeg.
Yep. Great. And in fact, for everyone who's listening to this, if you pull up Jeff Sonsino's lecture from yesterday, he actually did some direct A/B comparisons as well in the field, and he shows it, the difference between what the lens looks like with HydroPeg and without, and it's startling.
And does the HydroPeg last equally on the hydrogel part of the lens versus the firm part? Yes.
Yep. We have tested that. We do not recommend, or tangible HydroPeg actually does not recommend any alcohol-based cleaners on HydroPeg lenses. That is something that could degrade the surface. One side note that I think is really, really important to note and worth mentioning is the lubriciousness of that surface makes the lenses just a little different to remove. You know, people have always said that about our hybrid lenses, is they're a little tricky. And so I wouldn't call it difficult, because that's a negative connotation.
Right.
I would call
tricky
it just different or tricky. Yep. Yeah. And one thing that we're finding works extremely well, and we're using this as a tool because anybody would be hard-pressed to not have this in their home, but they can actually use a tissue over their pincher fingers. So the tissue's between the skirt of the lens and their fingers, and I guarantee you that lens will come out first time every time I've seen it.
A tissue? I've never heard of that before.
Okay.
Yes. Huh. Yes. And people can actually do it with our regular hybrid lenses as well. But, you know, I used to go into clinics and I'd watch somebody, you know, try to get the lens out for 10 minutes or so, and you can just kind of see they're looking at me like, okay. Now and then I'd pull out my tissue. Now I just pull out the tissue from the get-go, have them get that lens out the first try. They may eventually get it out without the tissue. In all likelihood, they will, but it's a training tool, and it really builds the patient's confidence from the get-go. Right. So I wouldn't downplay that at all. It isn't a sign of weakness. There's no reward for getting it out with or without a tissue. So, so that's really important to note.
Excellent. Wow. So I've actually learned a lot today. You know, you guys you've been doing a lot in the last year. I probably should have been paying closer attention.
Yes, you should have been.
I should have been.
And you know, we're just there just are not enough of us to spread the good word. So something like this is great for us to kind of reach a larger audience, because there are just really, really great things. You know, I was a fitter for 30 years. I used Duet Progressives. I used the old clear cone. I really believe in the product. And And I've just learned so much about it. I think our audience has a lot of gas perm fitters.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing with the Duet and the Duet Progressive is you really can use your gas perm fitting knowledge. You know, we get lenses empirically ordered for you to begin with, but the real fit begins when the lenses are on the eyes.
Yep.
And you make little tweaks. And now that I'm sure you're probably aware, because it's been a couple years, but the base curves in the Duet and the Duet Progressive are now available in 0.1 millimeter steps. So you have the ability to fine-tune that base curve in half diopter steps, which may take the skirt a little more out of the equation. I know when I was fitting, I'd be like, which do I change? You know, I don't know which thing to change, the skirt or the gas perm base curve. But back when you could only make changes in diopter moves, I think the skirt became a little bit more important as a centering feature. Now I find tweaking that gas perm really can make a big difference. You know, Ks are not always exact, whether they're from topography or auto Ks or manual Ks. Again, that's a starting point, but you know, that lens when it's on the eye is when the fit really begins.
Right. So if people want to get started with you and maybe have some of your team come and do like an in-office training kind of thing, how do you go about doing that?
You know, they can, probably the easiest way to do that is to just reach out to our customer service and let them know. You know, we have reps in large metro areas. We've got inside sales across the country. But if you simply reach out to customer service, they will put you in touch with your rep. And then from there, you know, if you want to schedule a fit date, we just do it all the time and we love it. And it's good for us. We get great feedback. We see patients. We see what a difference these lenses make in their lives. It just is exciting for all of us. So customer service is the easiest way to go.
And
you can also go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep,
you can also go online.
Yep, and I'm looking at your website right now. I have your website pulled up, so, yep, and I'm going to see if I can figure it out without you even telling me. So let's see. So,
okay, good.
So contact us. Yep, customer care. Yeah, so that was easy. Yes, so right on your website, Eye Care Professionals.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And really, we are on top of it. We are all enthusiastic. We're all well-versed. We love to help people. I think, you know, in addition to just really unbelievably technologically advanced products, we have really, really nice technical support people, and people tell us that all the time. So that relationship, I think, is important.
Absolutely. Wow. So Connie, thanks so much. I've learned a ton here this morning.
I hope that SynergEyes comes on to CE Wire 2018.
Yeah, I hope you guys are at our
next
conference.
A lot to say.
Yeah, because you guys have a huge story, and again, I'm sorry that I haven't been keeping up with the industry as I should have been. Obviously, I've been in like a cave or something because there's a lot going on here.
Right.
Yeah. Well, now you've got my number.
There you go.
We can talk all the time.
Well, this is great, and I hope everyone visits your booth as well, and goes on in, because I know you've hung some materials there too, so people can take a look.
And the side note too is really we didn't touch much on our scleral lens.
Mm-hmm.
It's really worth visiting and getting the information on that. It is an awesome design with a toric periphery, the linear landing zone. That lens is intended to mimic the shape of the sclera, which a lot of people don't realize how many cases where the sclera is toric. And it's just a wonderful lens, very low exchange rate, first lens successes. We're hearing from doctors, they're hardly seeing, you know, that debris in the tear layer.
Right.
Comfortable. So I just wanted to make sure I put that in there because it's really an awesome scleral design.
Excellent. All right. Well, Connie, thanks so much for being here, and I'm sure we'll be in touch.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
See you soon.
Catch you later.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.